Today on The Boot Guy, we're talking about the CARHARTT 6170. The first time that I held the CARHARTT 6170 wedge sole boot, I thought to myself, well, that's a nice dress boot. This is going to look really nice as some guy goes out on the weekend. And then I started to play with it a little bit more, and I started to look a little bit deeper into the construction, and I was actually really impressed with some of the finer points of the boot. Now, when you put this boot side by side with most of the other wedge soles that we're all used to seeing, you're not going to really be that impressed at first. And it's understandable. It's a halfway decent looking leather. It's lined all the way down with a fabric. Sure, that fabric is brown duck and it's very Carhartt in its appearance. Carhartt is really trying to put everything they can into their products, so when you look at it, you know it's Carhartt. You know it's made by them, all the little details and whatnot. So one of the first things that I noticed off the bat was the sole. Well, that sole in the back is not square, but it's off on an angle. Well, at first, I really didn't care for that. Maybe because I'm just used to seeing a lot of wedge soles where everything is square across them. So I was a little, a little disturbed by the way this boot just kind of sat there and looked. But as guys started to try these on, and as I started to talk to them about them, as they've worn them and came back and talked to me about it, I realized that that little extra bit right there makes for a really comfortable walking boot. Carhartt is using a material that they're calling a blown rubber outsole with this slip-resistant center. All of this golden stuff in the center is a slip-resistant material that is different from this material. To the hand, off the shelf, you can feel the difference. But I think where you really feel it is on slipperier surfaces. Marble, tile floors, and stuff like that, finished wood floors, where you're going to feel a lot more sure-footed than you would with this outer material. The welting on this boot is magnificent. It's a beautiful welt. It looks great. It's continuous. The finishing would have to put the two materials together. Perfect. It's exceptional. So the eyelids all the way up with this beautiful machined Carhartt speed lace right at the top. I mean, that's a really nice detail touch. Inside this boot, you find this. Typical Carhartt boot insole. Single density urethane, little logoing on there. They did add the perforations to push some air around inside that boot so you're not getting a sweaty swamp foot, but nothing fancy. Comfortable. It is going to be a comfortable insole. And putting these two things together is going to make for a comfortable boot. The fit on it, well, the fit on it's a little tight. I've seen guys go up a half size from what they would normally buy in other wedge sole boots, and the width on them is pretty narrow even at the wide widths. It runs a little tight in here. So if you're ordering a pair, just make sure that you understand your past purchases of boots, that you're not getting stuck with something that's going to really squeeze your foot in there. So with everything, this boot boils down to pure aesthetics. It's made to look good. It's made to be part of the current climate of work boots that are made to look a certain way and feel a certain way. So that's the Carhartt 6170 6-inch non-steel toe wedge sole boot. If you've worn this boot or the special edition Woodsman boot, please leave a comment below. Let guys know your experience with the Carhartt wedge sole boots. Please don't forget to hit my subscribe button below. It really helps out. And if you should have any questions about this Carhartt boot or any boots in the Carhartt line, please drop me an email, pick my brain, see if I can help you out with making that purchase of your next pair of Carhartt boots. Until next time, I'm the Boot Guy, and thanks a lot for watching.